A Year in Review. State Member Update by Nicole Werner MP. This year marked a significant chapter in our community's story and in mine personally. In 2025, I returned to Parliament as a new mum, welcomed my son Bobby, and continued the important work of advocating for families across Manningham, Nillumbik and beyond. Locally, one of the most rewarding wins was securing vital funding to upgrade the notorious Five Ways intersection. This funding was achieved only after years of sustained advocacy from across our community. For myself, as your state member, this included more than 15 speeches in Parliament, 44 questions on notice, a community petition, and countless correspondence with residents, emergency services, stakeholders and ministers. Our community worked collaboratively together for this outcome, and I am proud to have fought every step of the way to see the funding delivered. Community needs have shaped my agenda this year, from road safety to early parenting support. Across Victoria, councils were forced to cut back group maternal and child health programs due to funding shortfalls. These group sessions, from sleep and settling to new parent education, are lifelines for families in the early months. I've raised this directly in Parliament and will continue pushing for funding to be restored in 2026, so no new parent is left without practical support. Keeping children safe is core to my work as Shadow Minister for Children. After a devastating Ombudsman report highlighted failures in the Working with Children check system, I supported urgent legislation to strengthen screening processes. Sadly, the government blocked our reforms, which was deeply disappointing, as it was a matter of urgency. I am pleased to see that reforms have finally been introduced in the final sitting weeks of this year. I also raised local issues like the mange outbreak affecting Warrandyte's wombats. I took this fight to Parliament, calling for renewed funding for the volunteer-run treatment program. Wildlife protection may not dominate headlines, but it matters deeply to our community and local environment. In my role as Shadow Minister for Youth Justice and Youth and Future Leaders, I stood up against the alarming rise in youth crime. I pushed for tougher sentencing for violent offenders who glorify their crimes on social media and held the government to account for walking back their own bail laws. My focus has remained clear: real consequences for serious crimes and prevention strategies that work. Since November 2024, I have also served as a member of the Legislative Assembly Economy and Infrastructure Committee. This role will allow me to scrutinise major government projects, examine the impact of policy decisions on households and businesses, and advocate for better value and stronger oversight in the way taxpayer money is spent. Currently, we are conducting an inquiry into student pathways into in-demand industries. Through hearings, inquiries and community engagement, I have worked to ensure that the voices of our residents, small businesses and local organisations are heard in the decisions that shape Victoria's economic future. Through all of this, I've stayed grounded in our community, who are always my first priority. From CFA Open Days to local school fundraisers and all manner of different community events, every moment spent locally reminds me of who I am in Parliament to serve. Being part of the first wave of Victorian MPs returning to Parliament with young children has also deepened my perspective. For decades, our Parliament lagged behind the realities of modern family life. Today, after 168 years, we have practical solutions in place, including the new carers room, Charlotte's Room, which allows MPs with new babies and young children to participate fully in parliamentary life without being forced to choose between family and service. I am proud to have been part of the impetus for the creation of this space. It is a tangible commitment to ensuring that women and parents more broadly can pursue careers in public service while raising young families. By making Parliament more inclusive, we send a clear message to the next generation of leaders. You can serve your community as a new mother. Already we have 5 new babies born to female MPs over the course of 6 months in the lower house, and the experience of returning to work with a newborn has only strengthened my resolve to advocate for practical support for families. In 2026, I'll continue advocating for practical reforms that support parents, protect children, and strengthen our community. because every family deserves to feel safe, supported and seen. About Nicole. Nicole Werner is the member for Warrandyte in the Victorian Legislative Assembly. This article was read by Rebecca Rose.